Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Taptap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Taptap Send. Yes, Taptap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Taptap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama Media, Texas, you drew, huh? Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Taptap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Taptap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
There is one particular line in one of Shatawale's songs that always keeps running through my mind anytime I see negativity with some positivity around it. Sometimes it says, there is no disgrace without grace, or anywhere there is disgrace, still there is grace. You have to get that right at all points. Sometimes you might see some things in a form of disgrace, but you can still come out and make it one that is graceful. There is no grace without disgrace. I'm sure that is how it goes. There is no grace without disgrace. One of them like that. And I want to believe that as it stands now, despite the fact that all the brouhaha, all the noise around the Grammys does not seem to make Nigeria look good, we still have to pay attention to something positive. And that is what I mean by there is no disgrace or there is no grace without disgrace. No matter what, there will be all the negativity around that particular thing. But if you pay attention to it, you are still going to find something positive in there. Unfortunately for our Nigerian brothers, when Grammys nominated them out of the lot in the African music performance, I'm sure nobody ever dreamt or thought of another person winning it apart from the Nigerian guys who were paraded in that category. Nobody ever thought about that because they thought that, oh, this is a win-win. This is an easy game. This is a down ball, like my friend would say. Down ball. We are winning this hands down. But unfortunately, it turned out to be a different thing altogether. And how did it turn out? It turned out that South African artist Tyla, with his song Water, won, hands down. To the amazement and surprise of many, we are still talking about it. Many of my Nigerian friends and brothers are still not happy with how Grammys treated them as much as the award scheme is concerned. When you go out there, reading comments on social media, and even talking to some people who have been following the Grammys and the music industry in general here in Africa, it is so obvious that many are not so satisfied with how things panned out to be. But whether they are satisfied or not, I still want to call their attention to something that there was a positive thing that we all need to pay attention to. But unfortunately, because of the snub, because of the loss, nobody is paying attention to it. We have all ignored it, thinking that, oh, the win was going to be the ultimate thing that could have happened to African music on the night. Now, I have relaxed a little bit after the loss, and I want to believe that after saying a lot about the loss, now we can look at the positivity even in the loss. There is no disgrace without grace, or everywhere there is grace, there you can still see that a certain disgrace came before that grace. We need to pay attention to it. What am I talking about? Among our African artists in this 66th edition of the Grammys, one person who gave us that kind of respect value was Burna Boy. Burna Boy performed on the stage of the Grammys. And if we are going to ignore all the beautiful things that Burna Boy portrayed on the stage of the Grammys, then it means we are not being fair to our own selves. Then it means we are not projecting some beautiful things about us as Africans. We are only trying to be we are only trying to be in some people's shadow, or we are only trying to be what some people are, ignoring the fact that we are also who we are. Now, when Burna Boy was given the platform to perform, I love the fact that the gentleman projected Africa in its beauty. At every point in time, whenever I watch the Grammys performances, I love what I see. That feeling of reality on their stages. That feeling of looking at a different world on the stage. That feeling of seeing a different world altogether in one auditorium gives me that vibe. And I loved it. I really did. I loved everything about Burna Boy's performance. What he showed to the people at the Grammys. A rich display of the of the Nigerian culture. A rich display of how Nigeria does its things. A rich display of the living of the people. In fact, their way of life. From buildings, behind the scenes, from costume, from drama, from people who were playing all the instruments on the stage. You could feel that a guy brought Africa onto the Nigerian stage. I don't know why we are not talking about that. I still don't know why we are not talking about that. Because this is something beautiful that as Africans, we should be projecting. We shouldn't let the loss or the win of the Grammys alone kill our attention over some beautiful things. No, we shouldn't. When we do that, it means we are not helping our own selves. When we do that, it means the good things around us, we are not seeing it, but rather we are throwing them away to chase some things that might not be so important to us. And that is what I want everybody to know. That yes, we've lost it. I'm so happy that I saw a report where Davido is saying that we will still deliver the works. Whether there is Grammys or not, we will still deliver the works. I saw a video like that. For a Grammy, like any award scheme, they would have their issues, no matter what you do. Now, after the Grammys, we've heard many people talking about some one or two things that they are not satisfied about. I want to believe you've seen the Eminem interview, where Eminem is also expressing dissatisfaction for the scheme. Where Eminem is also telling the world that really and truly, he is not happy with how things are going with their Grammys. Where Eminem was talking about the fact that to him, out of some of these things, he decided to even boycott the scheme some years ago. It goes on like that. Many other stories are there to prove that indeed, the Grammys is being done by human beings. And as human beings, we are definitely going to make mistakes. We are definitely going to have some errors being done by us. So, to them, they are not surprised. So I wonder why, as Africans, that little portion created for us to come enjoy, and everybody wants to kill the other for that. And even out of that, we have ignored some of the beautiful things that we are supposed to push or project after the Grammys. It's unfortunate. We've ignored all these beautiful things. Very, very unfortunate if you ask me. Because I think that there are so many beautiful things that we can project out of these Grammys. And we are not, because we lost. And I want to pay attention to the Burna Boy performance. That was a great act. Something that really displayed the rich culture of Nigeria. Pay attention to the people who played instruments on the stage. Everybody sporting something that tells you clearly that, oh, this is coming from Africa, Nigeria to be specific. Look at the backing vocalists, look at the instrument, the drama, everything. Like everybody on the stage proved that this is us. We are Africans and we come as such. The background description, the scenes and sights that we were having behind it. A real local setup in Africa. Of course, that is Nigeria in this particular conversation. Nigeria. But looks like we are not talking about that. Looks like we are not even giving the applause that Burna Boy deserves for that wonderful performance. Though it was short-lived, something very short, but what he was able to do within the time, that was a masterpiece. Including getting other performers on the same set that he was performing. Maybe less than about 5 minutes or so. He was able to do all these things. And with that, Africa did not see that. Because to us, we did not win. A South African won. And we are making it look like, oh, this is not us. This is not Africa. We are making it look like, no, we are not talking about that because South Africa won. We are not happy because South Africa won. Unfortunately, like many people have been saying, they never knew that Nigeria can also be self-entitled like that. They never knew. They actually thought that just as Nigeria has been saying, it is only Ghanaians who are self-entitled like we've been doing with them as they claim. But to them, they are not. But unfortunately, the Grammys just exposed them as well. We have seen some people from that side who are openly talking about treatment meted out to them. We've seen all these things. And I sit here asking myself, why do we ignore the beautiful things to talk about only the negatives? It is like putting out a post. Sometimes you put out a post. And when people come giving beautiful commentaries about the post that you have made, we ignore all such commentaries and pay attention to those who come speaking the negatives. That is who we are. And I think this should be a wake-up call for us all. Burna Boy did something beautiful. We can talk about that. Burna Boy portrayed Africa in a very beautiful light. We can project that. Burna Boy told the world that you can still be an African and be on such a stage, a huge stage. We can talk about that. Burna Boy proved that when he moves, the people get up to dance, to cheer to African songs, Afrobeat, and it was beautiful like that. When he moved within the crowd, everybody was on their feet. Yeah, this is the Odogu, the African giant, doing it his own way and not doing it anybody's way. Yet, we've ignored that. And I'm wondering, my people in Nigeria, sometimes I trust you, but this one looks like you guys all missed the mark. I know how you guys are proud of your things. I know how you guys have the power to trumpet and to project your own deeds. That, oh, I'm taking the lead. Be behind me and let's push. Unfortunately, because of a certain trophy loss, we have all ignored that beautiful thing Burna Boy did. Maybe this would give us the awakening. This will tell us that not all that glitters is gold. No matter how you see it, project it as such. Not winning that particular category does not mean all is lost. Now, I see so many people are just disappointed and mad about this Grammys thing. They even wish that they have not even allowed themselves to be in the category. Because one thing that they keep saying is, oh, Nigeria has been used to market the Grammys, the 66th edition, and they ignored us. Meanwhile, we are still talking about sounds and we are enjoying our sound. I think I just heard one beautiful speech from Drake. where Drake was heard saying that if people are singing your songs in your locality, if people can pass through rain to buy tickets to watch your event, if people can pass through the snow to buy tickets to watch your event, in this case, when you come to Africa, if people can pass through all the dust, all the heat, all the sun, drive hours to come to your event, to Drake, that is also a big win. Yet, looks like we are underrating all these things because of some fanatical conversations that we follow here in our industry. It is only in our industry where someone will say, oh, he has not won a BET award before. He has not won a Grammy award before. He has not won any award scheme before. So he is this, he is that. That is how we speak. That is how we make it look. And that's funny. We heard Drake saying it. If you have people buying tickets to come for your show, if you have people always traveling to come see you, singing along your songs, you are already winning. You are already enjoying. So why are we bothered about some of these small things, leaving something big that we can project? Burna Boy's performance, it needs to be projected. If not for his vocal delivery, that maybe you might think, okay, I have heard enough of Burna Boy's vocal delivery. Maybe I've seen enough of him on stage. Have you seen that particular beautiful scenes and sights that he shared with the world? That portrayed Africa, the people on the stage, how they were dressed. Have you not seen that beautiful as well? How often do we see people dressed like that on the stage? How often? We are always dressed the hip-hop way when we are doing music in Africa. So if someone does it the African way, everything on the stage Africa, the person deserves some applause. And yet, we are not doing it. Burna Boy, come and take your flower. You deserve it. Not winning means nothing. That representation was great. That representation is marketable. That representation is something that we can't ignore. And I am so satisfied that I watched it. At least I saw it. I'm so happy about that. Let's try to project the things that are ours as Africans. Let's try to see the good, even in bad times. In every disgrace, there's grace. Shatawale said that. And I still want to put it on record. That it inspired me to do this particular video. That in every disgrace, there is grace. In not winning the Grammys, we still projected or portrayed our rich African culture. We need to be very satisfied with that. On this note, I'll wrap up to say thank you to you for spending your quality time to watch this. Remember to subscribe to us, and also know that Taptap Send is an app that you need to get on your phone. Anytime you want to send money from abroad to Ghana, get the Taptap Send app. Put in all the key details, use the promo code SammyFlex. The promo code SammyFlex will surely give you some extra value on your money. Meanwhile, Taptap Send has introduced what they call the Taptap Wallet. The Taptap Wallet does this for you. Anytime there are good rates in town, from pound to cedi or pound to any currency around the world, change that particular money and put it in the wallet. Put it in the wallet for safekeeping so that anytime you want to send it, you still get the good rate that you were able to change it to. Don't wait till the rate goes down and when you want to send it, it will be a problem. Get it, and remember to always use the promo code SammyFlex. Special thanks to Digital Rasta, his code Currency, who did our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. And to you for watching, thanks. My name is Sammy Flex. This is the editorial live here on Sammy Flex TV. We believe in serious show business and no comedies attachment to it. We will do this when we see you again. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.